want to say all accounts, but the small account. And I'm not adding any more shares. I like watching it, but honestly, like the intent of the needs more sideways list is to contain names that are actionable, that are not yet actionable, and need more sideways. Okay, I'm removing you because I see you everywhere else. Hey, yes, you're a piece of shit. Bros, you suck. Galaxy Gas. Special later said that he hates anybody who even mentions this ticker. It looks like shit. It made an insane move though. Like an insanely sloppy move. Like what a horrible move. How do you even stay in this? Pure chaos. Just how we like them. No linearity anywhere. Right here, actually. This was the best run it's had. And it moved 78% in 11 days. As soon as you got past that 16th day, it just kind of turned into sloppy toppy. Special later says everybody, it's no good, guys. Just trust me on this. That means that he's probably lost some money on this stock. I've never traded it. I never knew that it existed. Trades $100 million volume. The only reason it's actually on my needs more sideways list is because I wanted to dig into this circle jerk of a stock that's just flying. $12 billion volume today. It's unbelievable. Stable coins. There's so much hocus pocus coming out. It's absurd. I haven't dug too much into it, but I wanted to see if there were any other companies similar. And Galaxy Digital, aka Galaxy Gas, kind of popped up. It's just like Coinbase, just a shittier version. Like Coinbase is already like extremely shitty. I think Galaxy is like takes it to a whole nother level of shit. Yeah. Anyways, I do not care about this stock. Peace. Pony, don't care about you either. On fad stock. I shorted it here kind of as like a joke, but I didn't really hold on to it. But good short, bro. All right, get off my list. APPS. This one stole quite a bit of money today. I don't know. It'll pop back up. Let's see it flag. I don't even want to look at it. Joby the house elf. Chaos. Pure chaos. Shit stock. Get off my list. Okay, NBTS though. NBTS. I mean, you need more sideways, but you're holding up. You're holding up. Your MACD doesn't like you very much, but see how this thing looks on the higher time frame. Yeah, I don't know. It needs a lot more sideways, not just a little more sideways, a lot more sideways. So I don't even want it on my list. MSTU. Let's look at MSTR. MSTR. In the late hours of a regular session today was struggling around the 50-day SMA. So I mean, it held the 50-day all day and closed above it. Just got a daily MACD cross down. It's holding the 50. This is like really tight. Like it's almost like lockout rally tight, which is cool. Like that's the perfect trend you want to be in. I hear a lot of like him and Han amongst the populace regarding, MSTR and how it's like disconnected from Bitcoin, bro. It's always disconnected from Bitcoin. like it's not like mirroring identically, but like I mean, look at the charts. I mean, they're the same shape. Like they're the same shape. Like let's remove this donker bar that is just sailor shit in the bed. Okay, now let's remove this like blow off top. All right, this is all right. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna remove all the bars until they look the same, and then my point will be proven and immortalized forever in this stream. Remove it. All right. Okay. They don't look the same. They're not doing the same thing. Yes, they are. They're the fucking same. If you get rid of those like two outlier tail event candles, they're the fucking same charts. MSTR is lagging Bitcoin. No, the fuck it's not. Look at them. They're the fucking same. Okay. I don't want to hear it. I didn't even bother to look at it and like actually compare. Like I see people squealing about it. I don't even know who's squealing about it. I just see people like, I'm short an MSTR and fuck whatever. They're the same chart. Okay. Like when Bitcoin went up, MSTR went up. In fact, MSTR is stronger. Its double bottom wasn't a lower low like Bitcoin. So it actually put in a bottom cleaner than Bitcoin. Now, granted, these are the futures, so the future chart, so it probably looks a little different, but still, nonetheless, they're the fucking same chart. So if Bitcoin's going to go higher, which it looks good, MSTR's, still on the menu. Absolutely, positively. It has a history of making really big moves fast and that are clean, that you can rely on. Last year alone, last 12 months alone, it gave one, two donker moves. Obviously, first one was better than the second, but when it starts trending, it trends pretty well, and it's just building this really nice big range. It's on a really great big range, beautiful range. Now, price action has been a little, lackluster the past couple of days. It just looks like a weekly cross. It doesn't really matter though. The weekly bar is not closed. When we're looking at weekly MACD crosses, it does not matter until like the up arrow, down arrow. It doesn't matter until the bar closes. So like if you're looking for a weekly MACD cross, the bar has to close. Then you take an actionable setup after the closed bar. That actually should be like, that's how it goes for any MACD up or down arrow signal. You have to wait for the bar to close. I don't know. So, all right, this is what I think about. Okay, when I go up on tangents, start looking at things, I just always go back to the first principle, which is big move up, pull back, undercut, reclaim, serve, yada yada, blah da da, right? So, okay, big move up, pull back, undercut, found support on the 50, and it's put in 2 surf days on the 50 so far. Now, the 5, 10, and 30 down. We just got a daily MACD cross down. But everything else is trending up. I mean, it's just indicative that it needs some sideways. It's just going to chop around a bit. What you don't want to see is the 10 and the 5, or the 10, 20, and 5 are below the 30, which is also indicative that we need more sideways. So we want to get those sub 50 SMAs tighter and then in order. So, I mean, I don't know, another week or so, a couple of weeks sideways. This thing could look pretty good, but you don't want to get caught in the chop. Where's the clear level? I mean, clear level would be slightly over 400. Ideally, we're up here somewhere. Where is that? Like 425, 425, something like that. Or you can use this high volume weekly close, which is like 420. Perfect. Yeah. Stream freezing on your end? No. Is it frozen? Okay. All right, cool. MSTR legitimately needs more sideways, and it's legitimately potentially actionable. Just needs more sideways. This is like the perfect needs more sideways stock. You're staying on there. Why did I jump to MSTR again? I don't remember. Where were we? Oh, MSTU. All right, cool. Removed you from this list. All right, APLD. APLD made a really big move up. Real big linear move, and then just kind of shit the bed. DTSS there's no real clear range. It needs to chop around. It needs a lot more sideways. Like, needs more sideways, or it needs a lot more sideways. If it needs a lot more sideways, I'm just going to remove it. Peace. Rigetto's still in play. This thing refuses to die. It's building a giant base. This base is very reminiscent of like SMCI, NVIDIA before their big earnings runs. Real tight week, wicked off the weekly 10. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, it's still in play. I mean, it needs obviously more sideways. You have kind of like this little cheat, but 1275 is really my line. That's it. That's where I would take it. It's still a cheat, still in the range. But it's back into this gap area. So you're back into the gap. You're over the far IPO left side peak. There's a lot of meat in this line. Yeah, this is a good line. So you stay on these more sideways. AFRM, I own this. And a couple of accounts, it's fine. I don't even care about you. I'm going to remove you. RKL Bizzle, another chaos stock. I had high hopes for this. But RKL Bizzle fizzled. It's just so fucking choppy. It's just so choppy. It had a linear move, way back when, but even this down here, I don't know. I mean, like, it had like 3 days and then it retraced 70%, then 3 days and flagged, then 3 days. Like, it's not good for more than 3 days. This was nice right in here. This was real good. This was perfect. It would have been hard to hold this blow off move, but nonetheless, I mean, you're up 100% in a couple of days. And if you had, real cojones and you wanted to hold it, all the way to the 5, you get another 10% out of it. See, like, it's not even really like worth it, because if you were to sell into this kind of blow off move, you captured, if you entered perfectly, you captured about 100%. But if you actually held the position and like trailed, you're still like, you're getting like 110%, but your money's tied up for another 18 days. Like, nah, bro, I'm good. It's basically behaving like a 280R stock at that point. It's just pure chaos. And they're not a legitimate contender to replacing the Dragon, whatever SpaceX Dragon, and I don't even think that's going to happen. Get off my list. NBIS, I own you. This is kind of like an undercut and rally. I mean, technically it triggered DTSS. I mean, it's holding up well, but I don't know. They got this down day. The MACD is all out of whack. I really like. I think what my average is. I bought it. Say like here. Say my average is like, yeah, low 40s. Probably sub 41. Some 41. But it's just not even that pretty. It's just chaotic as well. It doesn't make linear moves, so more than likely it's just gonna stop me out in fugly fashion. Cheat is like a level that makes sense, that's relevant, that may connect to some relevant high volume daily levels, such as like a gap level or high volume close, weekly, open, whatever. But it's not like the number one level, right? Like, which is usually like the left side peak or all-time highs. It's like the strongest rejection point is typically like the real breakout level. So like you can buy like these kind of like intra range breakout levels. There's these, they're like sub levels essentially, but you still have like the larger picture level above. So that's why you call it a cheat. That's a good question. They kind of are actually. They kind of are. Like for the SAE, I'm super focused on just a couple of names and trying to concentrate hard and catch big moves. But yeah, like the other accounts are pretty much fully invested right now. Kind of an early entry, I guess. Yeah, technically it's when I see one, I'll let you know. I want to say that. Oh, Coreweave was one. Coreweave. I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent, but I'm pretty sure Coreweave was one. Yeah. Okay. So this would have been like the cheat. So the real range was 166, right? Like this is the top of the flag, 166 roughly. Or you could have bought on 616 as price reclaimed previous day's high, reclaimed this big expansion candle that I summoned. Its close, it reclaimed the 10 and the 5. So like you have all that confluence. That would be like the cheat. But like the real breakout was here, like 66. So yeah, I'm not saying it's wrong at all. You're buying within a range. Like this was a cheat, and I actually bought this cheat. This one right here. This was 6.2. Yeah. Yep. But as I see them, I'll point out a couple more. All right. So where were we? I don't like this LTBR. I'm never gonna fucking trade this piece of shit ever. Even though it makes better moves than like Joby, it's still just like no. I'm good. I'm good, dog. Get off my list. Island Q. You are like probably my least favorite quantum name. You were linear down here, kind of. It's just fucking chaos. It's like an upward wedging barcode. It's just ugly. I like keeping you on for reference though, because quantum names are all in play, and like the weekly looks good. So like a cheat here. Oh, I mean, kind of an undercut of this peak was one. Kind of retested that. I don't know. All right, I'll leave it. CRDO. I wish I took this one a couple of days ago, but I didn't. The entry was this HBC, like 71, and I would have bought it on 612 when it retested the gap level. It's just, again, I'm just kind of biased against this stock because it has no history of treating traders nicely. All it's done is just fucking abuse traders its entire history. It's just a chaos stock. Say no to chaos stocks. It's fucking terrible. Like if your chart looks like this over its entire, this is like the equivalent of like, you know that one person is a liar, a cheat, a thief. They'll fuck your wife if you leave them alone with them. They'll say shit that they'll tell you that they got your back when they don't. Like it's a shitty person. Like that's the equivalent of this stock. Like it's just a shitty fucking stock. Yes, it's gone up. You know, if you're an investor and you have some thesis and like, you know, price action doesn't matter. Okay, great, good for you. But from a trading perspective, this is not a trading stock. It's a piece of shit. That's what it is. And it just treats traders. It's racist. Actually, it's damn near racist. Fucked up stock. But it did have a really linear move here. And since it kind of proved itself through this move and then through earnings, and it held up, I could have taken it here and here. So like this, I guess, would be kind of the cheat in a way, where you could have bought today, but then you ran into the real level, which is all-time highs. I mean, that's the real level. And look exactly where it wicked, and it rejected today. Exactly, to a T, all-time highs. And last time it was here, look what it did 3 days later. Squadoosh. It just suplexed. It suplexed all the traders who just gruelingly sat through this earnings scandal. Like imagine buying earnings or holding whatever, and just to sit through this bullshit. I mean, you wouldn't. Nobody would. Who in their right mind would? Just to be treated so wrong. And it's already so far off lows here. 177% in 60 days. Like, good gracious. It's just not right. Shit's wrong. So the only place you could have bought it would have been 5 days ago, where that's definitely like a cheat, but it is a decent level. It is like a real I mean, it's a relevant level, but then you still have like all of this overhead to chew through. I like buying stocks when like they are just so far ahead where you're buying. Like there is nothing. It's blue skies. Like it's blue sky. Like those are like ideal. If I look back at my biggest winners, they're always like the blue sky sort of setups, or if there is any overhead, well, it's probably not relevant anymore. It's so far back in time, so far back in chart history that it's no longer relevant. Like for example, MicroStrategy's left side peak, .com parabolic top, which surprisingly I want to say that's like 330. It might be 330. Let me see off the top of my head. That line has been fucking relevant, which is, it makes no sense to me. It's probably just happenstance. Add it. Add time frame. Whoop. What am I doing? All right, time interval, max, day. Pretty sure it was like 333. It's way back here. Wait, was this it? Oh wait, I'm tripping. Wait a second. It's not max one day. Bear with me as I'm technically challenged. It was like fuck a long time. Aha! I knew I'd find you. Talk about a move, Jesus Christ. Ah, I was close. Yeah, 330. I mean, this was insane. Insanity. And linear. I mean, like nice, pretty clean. Actually, holy shit, 1200%. It actually behaves better than it does now. I mean, I don't like this kind of like grindiness. This is very similar to the last run up. This move, holy shit. This was awesome. I mean, like you can't really ask for much more than this. I mean, super clean, hardly no shake and bake. Like it didn't even come down and touch the 10, and it gave you over 100% move in 10 days. Like that's absurd. That is absurd. But let's trace this line all the way back to modern times. And I don't know. It's not really relevant. Through the meat of it, but yeah, I don't know. But anyways, ignore everything I said over the last 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I bought SoFi today. The only thing that worked, everything I bought in the small account recently has just not worked. But when I buy like normal size and the other accounts, things seem to work perfectly well. Okay, CRDO. I just ranted about this. I'm gonna give it more sideways though because it really has made a huge move. I mean, it's kind of following in the footsteps of Hood and Palantir, and it's on the higher time frames, it's not like ridiculously out there, but no, I don't trust it. Once a thief, always a thief. You heard? All right, I'm gonna remove it. Fuck you. You'll come back up on my scans later. I need to thin the herd here. Qubit, I bought it 3 days ago. Yeah, whatever. Oklo, you're holding up. See, this is a chaos stock, but it's like control chaos. It's like chaos is like a spectrum. It's not like like super duper chaotic. I mean, it's up there. I would say that its colleagues are more chaotic. I would say like SMR. Actually, this has been clean too. So as stocks, okay, NNE is super. This is like chaos to the max. But man, I remember this move. This was insane. I think Louis caught this. This is what I'm talking about. Like this is what I want. Like 300. Give me a 370% move in 10 days. Like yes, please. Like that's what I'm after. Yeah, that's pure chaos. SoFi bought you today. This one trended really nice back here. It's been real choppy and shaky though. Like I'm pretty sure I bought it a couple of times. in here. I think I bought it on this day most recently, June 5th. It's treated me wrong, but finally buyers just really took over and pushed it over this line. SMR and Okla or Blue Skies, what are your thoughts on them? Yeah, no, I like it. That's what's up. That's what we want. All right, I don't need Sofi on the list because I own it. Be gone. Whoops. Reddit, I bought Reddit yesterday and I fucking held it. See, that's the thing. Like, if I buy like a 10% or a sub 10% position, like I will literally just hold that. Like it has to stop me out low deck, and it really didn't. I guess technically it did here, but I wasn't even awake, or maybe I don't know. Oh, I was using previous low of day. That's this red line, and it bounced off it once, bounced off it twice. See, okay, this is actually a great example. This is a great example of when not to use low of day as your stop, if you're sized correctly, of course. So like if you don't have previous low of day on your chart, you wouldn't see this unless you're maybe more expanded and you could see yesterday's intraday price action, or if you're just getting the habit of drawing lines. I have it plotted automatically with the Think script, but it didn't lose previous low of day, right? And low of day was, I don't know, let's just call it 133. Previous low of day was 1 cents lower. And that's like, okay, like if you're playing baseball, you have a catcher, right? So the catcher's job is to stop the ball to catch it, right? Like that's their job. But then they have a backstop, like there's a fence behind it, so that the ball doesn't like roll into the street or wherever off the entire baseball field. That's kind of like what this previous low of day is, And then like if the 10-day was like right here, I'd use the 10-day because like in the grand scheme of things, like when you average your stop loss, like it's not going to make a difference, but you just end up chopping yourself out. And if you have any like larger size than 10%, or I don't even know what I have. I'd have to look. It might even be smaller. It might be like 7.5 or something. Then yeah, you're gonna have to shave it down. But I just let it ride. And then now look at today. Squadoosh. Happens all the time, ladies and gents. And then you like take it off your list because it's got like this giant, what do you call this thing? Inverted hammer candle thingy that looks super bearish. I mean, it does, but then look at the next day. So like, you know what? I'm just gonna delete this fucking bar. I'm just gonna delete it. Now look, okay, it's like yesterday didn't even happen. It's not even relevant. Not even gonna be a part of my life. Look at that. Look, it's like a redo of yesterday. Perfect. Yeah, lightsaber wick. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I own Reddit though, so get off my list. Hims, I own you, but I want you. God, this thing's fucking annoying. This thing chopped me up today. There's like a serious bad luck omen in the chat, and every time he buys it, it just like stops everybody out. You can't make this shit up, but I swear it's every time. It's to the point. It's so bad. It's to the point where even if he mentions the ticker, like, "Whoa, Hims looks great," it just starts fucking going down. God, I need to ban him. Somebody actually private messaged me and was like, "You need to ban that." Oh my god, too funny. All right, this chart looks great though. This chart looks fucking good. It looks good. It's got that middle finger candle, but I don't care. Whatever. This is a weird instance for a high volume open. It's kind of like the line. I mean, it's kind of right there. That would be okay. This is a good example of like a cheat, I guess, where like that. I mean, you really want to buy like over previous high day, right? But like, there's no synergy in this line. Like that's like the only point. It's like the only connection point. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd love for it to go more sideways, but at the same time, I would buy it. It is, I don't know. I bought it yesterday, literally as it was going. Well, it wasn't like a 5-day SMA perfect wick. It was actually a 10-day SMA perfect wick. But I was playing the 5. So yesterday, I bought it when it came back through the 5, but it wicked perfectly off the 10-day. Well, Yeah, I think the 10-day was down here yesterday. Uh, and then and intraday action is just so brutal. So like this is the issue with buying in the range, like ranges with meaningful size. You just get this brutal action. It's just fucking brutal. And Him's ADR is or APTR is roughly 9. So like you're getting a 9% move on average from high to low intraday. And it did it like twice. It did it like 3 times almost. It's just brutal. Hims is brutal. Like look at this today. Like that's just like Jesus Christ. What was this range? 7%. I don't know. I own it from way lower in one account. I mean, I have it from still down here on this like partnership news in this range. I bought some yesterday here. It reminds me of this area, kind of like where it's like just grindy and it's just real choppy. It's hard to sit in. You just got to have a smaller size and just kind of ride with it. And then as soon as it broke the relevant level, it started rocking. And this was an amazing move. I caught basically this entire thing. There was actually one time though, there was one day where I think it was the deep seek or something, where it gapped down and then reclaimed. That was brutal because I saw like 500 grand just go poof, but then it reclaimed the whole thing. I'm not going to go into that. Okay, so all in all, Hims looks really good. Hims looks really good. So let's just go back to first principles. Okay, my system says big move up, pull back, undercut, find support, and it's surfing the 30 really nicely. It's not super tight yet, but it's getting there. I do have this line where we have this high volume open, and then we have this stays high, which is a pretty round number of like, I'll call it like 62. Let's see what 62 looks like. The MACD is really nice. It's so clean. It just looks like a slide, like a nice water slide. Then we just got the cross, we got the day close. The weekly MACD's in like lockout mode. It still has a 30% short float, but as Danny pointed out yesterday, FINRA, it hasn't updated short interest for 2 weeks. So I am curious. I wonder if it updates this Friday. Curious. But based on this like big fuck you stuff candle, people got, short again here. Like a lot of people, I'm sure. People got short here, here. So that's another point of like the cheat entries is there's still a good amount of short interest above you. And the best moves happen when we're breaking out into like all-time highs and simultaneously converting margined short shares long, right? So like you have like this capitulating effect essentially. Well, it's not really capitulating. It's kind of like this double whammy. So you got sellers, you got shorters covering their asses, buying, and then obviously interested folks longing, right? And those two combined are what cause price action to really move away from that level quickly. So like if you're buying a cheat, you still have like a ton of people short in like the block, the blocks above you. So if I were to buy through that line, I'm still dealing with all the volume in here, which there's probably really not that much. Like if I were to bet, I bet you this wick is really not that much time. I bet you it would happen real quick. Okay, so how do we play it? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess that would be the line, 62. I really just wish it would give us some more sideways and just get tighter and look like really good. Like if we could like really build out like a flag or something and push like these levels up here, it would look a lot better. Something like this. I don't know. The market still needs to really pull back. I mean, it doesn't need to. I mean, it's just going straight up. It's literally in lockout mode. But if I were to buy it, I guess I'm buying it through 62, and it's going to be a choppy. It's going to be a choppy journey. I don't know what continuation is going to be like. Um, yeah, it's not perfect, but it needs more sideways. It's a tough one because it's like it feels actionable, but where is your super clean level? Let's explore some other time frames here because it starts getting better on the lower time frames, but that's not super helpful. It's not super helpful. Yeah, there's just no clean line. That's what gets me. There's just no clean line. Uh, when would you flip your buy short? Never. I don't want to be a short. The only time I get excited about a short is if I know the company is a true shit, dog shit company that's just destined for failure, like On, or any of the fad companies. And then now it's just a matter of like timing. But really, the shorts are the parabolic blow off top shorts. I mean, those are the ones. Those are the ones that I want. Uh, and like Hims isn't that. It's not even close. Uh, Hims is a great company, but from like a from long term perspective, all the other accounts they're perfectly situated. They have hard stops. They've allocated a responsible amount of their net liquid to the position, and they're just chilling. Like they're just chilling. Like we want to sit in this thing until it's 100 plus, right? Um, but from a trading perspective, I need to have a little bit more precision, especially you know when I'm trading the small account aggressively, because this thing can just really fuck you up if you take too much size, which happened today. But yeah. Anyways, we'll see how it's looking next week. Coreweave, there's nothing actionable here now. The only way that I'll short this is like a blow off top sort of move, or like a lose the. Oh, I guess there's another setup called lose the 20, make the money. Another thing I got from Qualamagi, there was one time in his stream when he was basically talking about like it's kind of like a binary, like is the chart still in play or is it dead? And he was referring to like the small caps, and when the big parabolic kind of moves happen, once the stock loses the 20, it's dead. So then I kind of came up with my own little criteria set for it, and I called it lose the 20, make the money. But for that to happen, we would need more sideways. The price, the 20 would need to catch up. It would need to start like rounding and curling over, and then you might get like a lose the 20, make the money sort of play. And what's great about that setup is it only works after weakness has already been established. Like it's pretty clear that we're on the backside. But I don't know. Like today's candle was kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, it's got to do like that skip up. I got to see a couple of gaps in a row. Like I want to see it literally put on like 30% or more gain over just a few days on just like stupid volume. Maybe like it would be great if there was some sort of like news event that caused it, that caused some like overreaction and squeeze and like pushed it to like 200. So then we have like this, that's like another 20, what? Yeah, maybe like another 25-ish% from where we are now. So like if it moved there in like a day or two, it would be just such a clean level to use as like a breach and fail. Um, if you longed it, yesterday or 2 days ago, great. You should hold it. I would be trailing the 5 for the most part. I'd probably already be out at like the third. Um, but yeah, I'd be trailing the 5 and then some on the 10. But yeah, I mean, it's getting a little, the move's getting, I guess, old. It's kind of getting stale, as you can see in the price action. But time will tell. It's staying on the list though because it will be an epic parabolic short or some sort of short. I'm thinking in the relative near future. All right, we covered MSTR. Man, this is taking a minute to get through these more sideways. UNH, it's just been annoying. I sold it today for a tiny gain. I've just been sitting in it for like several days with pretty big size. I think a couple of accounts still have it. But yeah, I bought it here with big size, and it just retraced basically the whole thing. So now I need to see it break some relevant level. Don't mind my squiggly line. Like this level right here. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. It's definitely going to stay on the needs more sideways list. This is actually kind of a decent one. It's holding the 5 weekly. It's just made like this stupid move down. And it's gonna. I mean, I would be pretty shocked if it didn't recover it, and I would or recover a decent portion of it. Like a move back to the 200, something like that. Move even to like here, you know, fours. And it's probably going to do it like, you know, like earnings will be big because I know that they've had some earnings issues recently, some performance issues. So if like, you know, performance is a little bit better, you know, I could see this thing definitely spring back. So it's going to stay on the need to more sideways list. Palantir, this is a chaos stock. It's fucking chaotic. It doesn't make super clean moves. This was probably the cleanest. And like that's not that great. It's made a fucking huge move though. I mean, the move is just absolutely outrageous. And so for me to like iron out the chaos and like make it feel more linear, this is a good one. You have to keep going higher on the time frames. Right? So like the weekly starts looking a lot better. But really, let's just go out to I don't have it. Let's see the monthly. And then every time I look at the monthly, I'm just like, yo, bro, this thing it's just not tradable. It needs like a year base. It's really choppy and sloppy up here. It just needs a lot of sideways. I don't know. I don't know how to trade it. It's just way the fuck up there. So I'm not trading it. I like watching it because it's obviously leader. I mean, it's, you know, a couple of points from all-time highs, but I don't really have any business trading it. Okay, all right. Back to your rules. Why do we have needs more sideways list? Needs more sideways list. The purpose is to hold stocks that need more sideways, that can be actionable, that are not. Okay. You just said that you're not going to trade Palantir. So it needs to come off the list. All right. Fuck off my list, bruh. Coin. What a move today. People are so excited about this stock. Like outside of TEM, there has been no other stock in the history of day trader rehab that has taken more souls, that has just fucked more people up. The way that it breaks out is it breaks out on like undercut and rallies only. This is like the first flag in its damn near existence that it's actually broken out. Like here, like every time it's like you think it's gonna die, doesn't die, and then it goes up 100%. Here from the fucking gallows, okay, like the shittiest place here, right? But then it made an amazing, a very linear, enormous move like this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is an outstanding move. This is an outstanding trend. Low volatility, high ADR. It's making gains. It's moving fast. Lots of volume. Like this is a great trend. So if I talk about like chaos, or if I talk about like, you know, like there's trends. Like if you have to smooth the trend out and make it look less chaotic by, you know, looking at the weekly or the monthly, like that's not a trading stock. Okay. Like if it looks like chaos on the daily, and the only way to make it look nice is to go to like the yearly or something. I'm kidding, but like that is not a trading stock. That's an investing stock or whatever the fuck you want to do with it. This is a beautiful trend. This is what we want. And there's even more beautiful ones. I'll point them out as I see them. Right here, you know? So like, okay, here. History of making big linear moves. But what it's missing is history of making big linear moves from setups that like that like are repeatable. And like in our playbook. Like this is not a setup that's in my playbook. I don't know what this is. Somebody may have something for it, a box or whatever the hell you want to call it. The only thing I see going for it is how tight all of the moving averages are. And then, earnings. Okay, earnings, boom. You could have caught the earnings, but that's really what it was. Earnings. Okay. But then the next big move up was again from like this kind of beaten down. This is actually a DP kind of move where you had like this divergence pivot. Price is still going down, moving up. And then, this is a relatively like, this is a tolerable trend. It's nice. So Coinbase has a history of trending cleanly and making big moves. What it doesn't have a history of is making nice moves from setups within our playbook. Here's another one, right? Like where it's just like out of fucking nowhere. Some news, some event, something. Thing goes 74% in 6 days. Like, yes, please sign me up. Sign me up. This is like the first actual nice kind of flaggy setup where there was a killer price expansion on news that could be pivotal for Coinbase. So this is almost a change of character for me. We have a savage volume candle here. I don't forget what the news was, but it was shortly after earnings. Okay, just flagged, and then now another one on some like pretty cool new news. Now it's still in this big sloppy range, but if it's a change of character and we know that it trends well, like it should stay on the needs more sideways list. It might like really build like a nice flag in here and we can buy it again. I don't know. It's still just in this big like chaotic, I don't know, fucking shit space. Fuck Coinbase. You know what? Fuck you, Coinbase. No, I'm gonna keep it on. No, fuck you, Coinbase. I'm taking you off. You're gonna have to gain the right to earn a spot on my bench. Not even a bench warmer. This is a hell of a move, though. Hell of a move. It'll pop back up on my scan. All right. CRCL. This one absolutely is actionable. And this is parabolic short sort of setup. I mean, I don't know where it goes. No clue. No clue. I would just need to be I would be looking for like my the setup. Gap, just make some ridiculous high volume move around some round number, and it may take a couple times to get in, but once it comes down, it's gonna come down in just fabulous fashion, great ball of fire. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. This isn't sustainable. Now, what I won't do is I won't short it tomorrow, more than likely, or Friday. Unless it just makes some huge like pre-market advancement. Ideally, like I don't know, get some news. Like that's the best for the parabolics is where like shorts are kind of like they're fucked. They're trying to get position. They keep getting squeezed. People are longing and chasing and longing and chasing. Everybody's starting to hear about it. They're seeing it going up. There's so much volume pouring in. There's so much churning happening. And then you get like some news event, right? And the news event, it's like I don't care how good the news is. It's like market's top on good news sort of idea where like you're going to get another push up. Shorts are going to cover. People are going to buy. Oh my god, circle more amazing news. It's going to 1,000. Like that's when you capitulate to the upside, and that makes it easy. When there isn't news and it just kind of keeps pushing higher and higher and higher, that makes it a little harder. Like you just need that big gap event. So I will keep watching it. Tessie needs to go sideways. This is legitimate, needs more sideways stock. I don't do options player. Never have, never will. So Tesla, what I do like about it is all the moving averages are relatively close proximity. They're close. They're just really tangled up. You got the 100 sloping down. You got the 50 below the 100. The 50 is below the 200. Like they're just all jumbled. So, and the reason is just because of the turbulence. This sell-off, which I still have PTSD from because I've never given back more money over the course of a couple of weeks. This thing is just brutal. Thing retraced, let's see, from highs. Retraced 56% in short order. Like it just gave back this entire move. Topped on what was it, like Elon joining Doge or whatever, inauguration day, whatever. And that's what caused like the moving averages to get all weird. So the quickest way for them to straighten back out would be just, pretty nice, like pop pop fail. That'll pull up the faster moving averages, and straighten things out. But it definitely needs sideways. Definitely needs sideways. Likely into earnings, or maybe like, I don't know, full self driving. I don't know. It needs a lot of sideways. Elon's in rough shape, but Tesla is going to stay on my list, because if it does develop optimally, the chart develop optimally, in a week or so, even just a couple of candles, maybe we could see things straighten out pretty well. Okay, that took a long time. I don't even know how long are we into this stream. So I'm going to go through all of these. Watch this. Holy shit, 56 minutes. Okie doke. All right. So focus list. I'm gonna rip through them real quick one more time. I mean, like, this is actionable. It's just what I don't know what stuff. I don't know. No, 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 no. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So Hems is the only one that's actionable, and I'm, you know, obviously, if you've been sitting here for the last 20 minutes, you heard me him and ha over it. That's like one of my things. Like, if it's just not like crystal clear, like this is a 5-star setup, here's a line, boom, done. The setup isn't probably 5-star. It has a lot of potential, but okay, let's go through the scans now. This one's not loading. Let's try this one. You're not loading either. Okay. I'm gonna filter by percent change. Any questions on anything that I just kind of touch on things as I stumble across them? But if anybody's got any questions, anything, I'll pause. Do you share my scans anywhere? Yeah, there's scans, scripts. There's a whole like channel. On SAE, would I take hymns instead of um, S? I forgot what my conclusion was. If it's better to take, so from like a maximizing buying power perspective, it is better to take the leverage version because then you will have more day trading buying power available. Hymns, ETB, though, you can get like 3.5x. Hymns, is HIMZ double leveraged or triple leveraged? It's double, yeah. So, okay, so if you were to buy the equivalent in just HIMS shares, you would have more day trading buying power, but it would only be uh, able to be used on ETB stocks for the most part. Actually, you know what? That's not right. There's these calculations that happen in TOS. I'm going to look into it more and I'm going to get a concrete answer, but like it depends on what your goal is, really. Uh, if your goal is to maximize buying power, uh, you go one way, and if you don't care, you just go the other way. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like if you don't care, use the other one. You'll have probably better liquidity, and the HIMS is super thin in afters. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna figure out like a concrete answer for that and why, and I'll get back to you or somebody else. All right, let's go through these. Connell. This one's been good. I know some people caught this. It's given a real nice move here. This was kind of like a cheat here where you would have bought it over previous high day, but it's surfing, it's nice. It's a nice move. What do these guys do? Metals. Wow. 60% in 3 days. That's what's up. Like, that's what we want. Decent volume. Volume's obviously way up there now. It did 318 million today. 20-day average is roughly 60 million. Pretty nice. This is a Louis setup. Like, this weekly is like his thing. That's the line. So you could have bought it here. Yeah, this is a nice one. Yeah. So okay, like the question is though, if you bought say a 20% position in your account, what do you do with it? Like what do you do from here? Like day 3, you should have sold half. Boom, you're already down to 10. And I would probably then trail 5 on the 5, 5 on the 10. You could use the 20, like maybe if you had some more conviction. It's made a huge move though in the past few weeks or months. Holy shit, in months. Yeah, this is the move started here. We're up 750%. We're getting long in the tooth. Yeah, we're getting long in the tooth. So I may not trail the 20. I don't know. Actually, that'd be a good question for Louis. I saw him. Is he on here? No, he's not. Is anybody in this stock right now? Who's in TMC? Kyle, you are? All right, hop on chat. Somebody hop on chat. I want to talk to you about this. How do I invite you? Invite to speak. Raven, if Kyle doesn't answer, I'll get you on next.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, what up, Kyle?
Yo, what's going on?
What day did you buy it?
I bought it on. I'm on my phone here. It's on 6-15.
15?
Was it month? The day one more over. 13.
This one.
Yep, 12.
So the 12.
Whatever that day is over 450. Yeah.
Wow. And so you held. The next day really sucked.
It was. I had to stop it at low a day, but yeah, it didn't break, so I just held it.
That's awesome. Honestly, dude, that gives me a little tickle. That's so okay. What kind of size do you have relative to your account?
I had. I'm trying to do the math here. I had what? How much do I have? I gotta check my account. I'm on my phone here.
Just roughly like percent, 5, 10.
It was like 15-ish.
Wow.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Dude, you have a high pain tolerance. That's well, that's
yeah.
Look though. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say I risk about a little. I don't risk 0.5% on my account, but it's not a full 1%. It's probably like 0.7, 0.75 or so, just rougher to give or take. So my low a day, I was going to stop out for that much of an R of my total account. So
yeah, no, that's awesome. And then you got like really well rewarded on day 3 with that fat expansion candle. That's where most people bought it. I think where you bought it was perfect though. You bought it right through this left side peak. Yeah, it was a perfect spot. So, okay, do you still have 15%? Have you sold any?
So I sold a third on that day 3 for me into the 520s. Sure. So now I just have 60% or so, 2/3 left, and I didn't sell any today. So,
dude, well played. Well played. So what's your plan?
I've just, since starting the swing trade, where we mentioned earlier in chat, it's actually coming up on 2 months now. I've just been trying to stick to the process of risking the 10 SMA. So it's kind of getting hard because my day trader or just trader instincts, if this thing goes parabolic to 9 tomorrow, the first thing I'm thinking of is I need to sell more. But I'm also trying to do my best to just stick to and blindly trust the 10 or 20. And so I think at this point, my stop's at break even now, and just hope the 10 catches up. And either it can surf more and keep going higher, or if it closes under, I'm just going to stop out into the 10.
Yeah. It's tough. So essentially, what you have now is a 10% position, right? And like Qualamagi, he would have a 10% position here, and he would have taken it on the same day you did. May have got stopped out second day, but regardless, he would have hopped back in, and he would have been selling, half today or half where you sold, and then he only has 5% left to trail on the 10. I mean, the 10 is just so far down there. I mean, right now the 10 is just a hair above your average, really.
I know that's the tough battle where it's like, man, obviously it'll catch up, but in the worst case scenario, we have a negative 30% red day hypothetically tomorrow, and I give it all back, I would be pretty upset. But if this goes to 10 or 15, I don't know. I doubt it, but like if it does, and I still have some left, then I'm going to feel pretty good about it too. So, I'm just kind of we're somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah, I mean, I think your thought process is right. I mean, today, I think your thought process is right. I mean, you're up huge on it. You're up, damn near 100% now. The 10 is way down there, but like we cannot outsmart moving averages. I don't blame you for trimming more. Like if you were to if we were to rip into 9 or just something ridiculous, like you have to sell some more. But
right,
if it was me, I can't exit unless we close below the 10, even if it's like a 5% position, because the more it's not so much the gain, it's not so much the money, it's truly learning to trust the moving averages. And if you don't do it, if you don't just like leave some shares in your account and actually watch it play out, because it's probably going to take now weeks like to actually play out and for you to get stopped at the close below the 10. But if you don't do it, then you never learn to trust it. It's like shutting the movie off early. You could have watched that movie 10 times in your life, but you always turned it off the last, 20 minutes or so, and you never saw the ending. It's like you didn't actually watch the whole movie. So, yeah, it's tough because you got a big gain. But I think you're sound. But here it is, though. So you're committed to holding this 10% position until you get a close below the 10 day?
So I think the plan I'm going to put on my watch list tonight is like if it does do another 10-20% day tomorrow, like we see this in the 8s, 9s, or even 10s, like I have to sell at least. I'm thinking at least go down to half position or another third and go to a 30% position left. But I do agree with you. But just process wise, I there's no way I'm gonna no matter how big of a gain it is, I'm gonna feel dirty and bad if I didn't stick with at least a smallest fraction of my position to risk off the 10. But I just know as this gets more parabolic and just absolutely absurd, and the 10 just looks more and more farther away, I'm going to have to sell in quarters, thirds, whatever it is, just to lock more in. But at some level, the problem is, and what I've been learning is that I have a tendency to be a bit greedy. So like I'll still sell. Like I obviously sold my third on day 3, but there's definitely a whisper in my head of like hold the 10% of your account till the 10. Like just do it. You never know. But like giving back gains would also be a huge, like I'd be banging my head against the wall. So if I see it at 9+ tomorrow, I got to sell at least another quarter, another third, or down to half, I should say. So I'd sell 20 something percent more to get down to 7.5%.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, you could even break it into thirds, however you want to skin it. You had 15, you sold 5 today. Say it like it does. What you think it may do or whatever, it goes to 9. You sell another 5, and then you're left with 5% of your equity riding the 10. I think that's fine. I mean, it's all basically the same. But I think what's most important is just truly allowing it to play out, because you never know, man. There could be some stray news event that sends the thing to 20. People thought that like BNGO wasn't going higher. It just kept going higher. Like when people you look at RGI, like this thing went 1,000% for 30 days. And like look at right here, it blew off, like it's done. And then look at the fall through day. It never closed below the 10. And then from here, when people thought it was done, even if you had a small 5% your account left, it went another 200% roughly.
Yeah, it's huge.
No. This is not the best example, because the true close below the 10 was this gap down.
Right back down.
But it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. So
a good example when I first learned this was MSTR's move to 200. It's not the most recent move of November, but I think it might have been the Bitcoin breakout. So like the move from 50 to 200 it was. back,
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Where it's like you could have looked at that huge red day right there, and you'd be like, oh, it's over, and it goes another 100% higher to there to 200.
Right, but the issue though is, and I kind of touched on this earlier, where the actual, like, if we were being super technical, the actual first close below the 10 was here. But
Right.
like, I don't know. Like, this is just this. These are like the weird outlier cases where it's just like you could only hold that, you can only hold through that sort of abuse if you're truly sized right. Like, you'd have to be down to 5%. And like, if yes, it technically closed below the 10, but if I was holding it and I saw this happen, I would still hold it. Like, I would literally override and I would say, all right, we're trailing the 20 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did. I think you're spot on. And honestly, I love it. Like, yeah, you're already well ahead of others. And I think it's just because you're 9 years of, system, oriented workflow has helped you so
Right.
much. But like, dude, you holding this candle is like that's like seasoned swing trader, like, shit. Like, this is the equivalent of me holding Reddit. Like, people are not, oh, I deleted the candle shit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's my ignorance or me being new, but I've just taken this, like, back to what you said about the 9 years. Like, I've just taken the process of, like, if I place a stop loss, I just go blind. Like, I'll still look at the chart and see, like, oh, like, back to Reddit. Like, I'm not long Reddit, but if I was, I would clearly acknowledge that, like, it's a huge stuff and it looks ugly. But then I kind of go into, like, dumb goldfish mode. I'm like, well, my stop's here. It hasn't stopped me out, so I'm just going to close my eyes until that happens. Like, I just don't do anything differently.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally what you have to do. Like, if we're like thinking about, like, what is the workflow precisely? The workflow precisely is you buy through the level, you set a hard stop at your stop loss level, and then you don't look at it anymore.
Yep.
Like, that's
Exactly.
What's the point? You just end up shaking yourself out, end up breaking your rules. All right, dude. Well, hell yeah. That's what's up. What other stocks do you own? Now that I got you on the horn, I'd love to hear it.
Everything I have. So I have a little bit. Let me actually log into my account here on Desk Mobile. Remind myself what I've got.
If you're out or whatever, like, don't worry about it. We could add.
No. I was just listening to the stream while I was working out in my garage. So I'm here. Yeah, I'm not doing much. So I have TMC. I have A Lab that just actually started to show some strength today, which is nice. But I bought it on Monday. Maybe a little prematurely because it also had a red day yesterday, but now it's starting to, like, work a little bit. A Lab, and then I also have, let's see, that's a slower move. I don't really love that one. I have Sofi. I also got chopped up a couple times when you mentioned Sofi earlier. I was in it from like 1377 like last week, and then technically on, what was it, Friday with the Middle East scares, it like closed below the 10 by so we're back in that one. Also got stopped out of Hood on Friday as well. And that was actually a question I had for you, is like, you can move it from the 10 to the 20, but like, obviously it's maybe a dangerous game to play. But like on Hood on Friday, I was in from 50s still, and it closed 6 cents below the 10. And then I ended up just rebuying it today because I'm like, it literally is still surfing the 10 perfectly. And I feel like I should still be in it from the original entry, even though I've already locked it in. But so I have Hood. I have a little bit of HIMS. I have SMR from like 30, I think 35.
Nice. I mean, you're pretty good. I mean, looks like your average APTR is probably hovering around like 7 or 8. It's pretty good.
But yeah, that's the main ones I have.
Cool.
Yeah.
You were gonna ask me something about Hood.
Just when obviously the process is following it closing under the 10-day or the 20-day, whatever way you pick. But on Friday, I'm in Hood from 50, and it's still following the 10. But on Friday, it closed below the 10 by like 6 cents.
Yeah.
And so, like, process driven, I just follow my rules blindly. I'm like, okay, here I go, I sell, and it's done nothing but surf the 10 perfectly to now breaking out to new run highs. So it's one of those things where I feel like I should never have stopped out, but then again, I'm following the blind system just as much as following a blind stop loss. So, or a hard stop.
I mean, ultimately, I think that's better than being subjective. So, like, if you're really, really like, okay, so if you are really committed to following rules, and you end up in like this edge case that may happen, I don't know, like 10% of the time or 5% of the time, but over your career, it ends up being the difference, between potentially millions of dollars. It may make sense to kind of create some sort of rule or kind of like a dead band. If you know what a dead band is, it's like, okay, if my line is 10, my dead band is plus or minus 1, right? So that allows me to go like 9 to 11, right? So like, what I'm finding is, and this is like one of the nuances that I just kind of took for granted and I didn't explain to people well enough. Like none of the rules, all of the rules, all of the lines should be treated with a dead band. And what date was Friday? I want to look at that. Like specifically, I'm curious.
It was well, I don't remember I'm forgetting what day it is.
13th.
Yeah, 13th.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I want to look at the intraday. Okay. 3 down. 5 day, 5 minute. 13. Yeah, it was a kind of a weak close. So it like just closed below the 10. But it double bottom. Let's see, like where did it bottom? It bottomed in like a relevant spot. So okay, you have this high volume close level. So it held. Oh wait, no, it's not even a high volume close level. I don't know. It's tricky.
Yeah, the one part where I could have. I mean, I've learned this from day trading, and I remember Komagi saying it on a stream of like, after so many years, you kind of know when to maybe break the rules or break the process, and I feel like with more experience, that probably could have been a scenario.
Yeah, like it's still close green.
Right, and partly because what's it called? On Friday was like the huge Middle East scares, and it's like if that really wasn't a thing, would we even have been down that far? Probably not. But obviously that's the news. You have to like respect it and know that it's there. But yeah, just something I'll learn with experience over time.
Yeah, and it all depends also on your position size. Like say you had like 10% or something, like you could have just reduced, like you could have like met in the middle. Like you subjectively are making a deal with your non-subjective rules, where it's like your non-subjective rules are like stop out even if it's by a penny, but you're like, hey, let's think about this, it's only a penny, whatever. All right, let's meet in the middle sort of thing. And
Right.
maybe you could take that approach, but what I think, like principally speaking, you should apply a deadband to give yourself some room, so that you don't, like, if you're going to follow your rules to a T, make your rules less tight.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, that seems to be like the solution. Well, nice, dude. Well, thanks for hopping on. I hope your garage is sweet.
Yeah.
As we
It's
see.
Yeah, small gym, but yeah, it does the trick. But anyways, yeah, thanks for having me for chat for a little bit.
Nice, dude. All right.
All right, we'll talk later. Bye.
Later. Kyle Williams, everyone. Damn, Kyle Williams is making seasoned swing traders look like fucking chumps, bro. Day trader out here turning swing trader superstar. I love to see it. Him holding so like the only way that I could have held, and we got to get back on the program here because we still got a lot of charts to go through. The only way that I could have held this Reddit was by not looking at it. Like that's it. Like, so the process, the workflow is you buy it when it goes through your line, you set your stop at your predetermined stop level. Okay. And then you stop looking at it. You don't need to look at it anymore. The only reason you would ever have to look at it is if you're like grossly oversized or, you're some sort of fiend. But just don't look at it. Because if you were looking at it, more than likely you're going to be like, this is the ugliest candle I've ever seen. I have to sell because it's absolutely going lower. Well, guess what? Lo and behold. So let's look at TMC where Kyle bought it. Kyle bought it, which is a totally fine spot. It just trick fucked him with this like gap down, but he held it. And what's kind of interesting. He had 15% size. I mean, that's not like tiny size by any means, but he held it. And the stock gods blessed him. See, this is a trait of a blessed one, right? Where like you trust the process and you get blessed. Okay, so he's now up 61% on 10% position, literally in 3 bars. Like, bro, like talk to me. Like that's sick. And it's like now his dilemma is like, what do I do if it goes higher? Like that's the dilemma you want. That's the dilemma you want. So yeah, kudos. Damn, he's gonna slay. I didn't look at some of these other ones. I kind of want to get his entries on, in case like where he entered hymns, and obviously he told me where he bought Hood today because he bought it today. So far, I'm guessing he bought today. So his port was sitting pretty naked up until today. So I'm guessing he still has a decent amount of cash. He's probably day trading on the side and not telling no one. But that's neither here nor there. I am proud, and I cannot wait to see where he ends up in just a year or so from now. I'm sure it'll be awesome. What up, only price phase? Okay, so why not put in a break even after being up somewhat? Because so a daily bar is like a range, right? So like a daily bar encompasses the intraday action, right? So that's like the range. And the high and the low of any daily bar is a meaningful level. So that's why we use low of day. So on day 2, where things aren't looking too great, it's still within the range of the previous day. So it hasn't range of the previous day to the downside, which is, indicating follow through essentially to the downside. So, I mean, it's still within the previous day's range. So if we bought it yesterday and it's still above our predetermined stop loss from yesterday, like that's where it should sit. So like we shouldn't move it. At least in my opinion, we shouldn't move it. Like if yesterday we bought it and we had a predetermined stop loss of low of day, and then the second day it the price comes all the way back down, it retraces, but it still didn't stop you out at that level. Like we were okay with that level yesterday. Are we not okay with it today? Is it still intact? To me, it's like just a repeat of yesterday essentially, and that's what you need to look at. Now, if it goes lower than yesterday's low, our predetermined stop loss, now it's a completely different scenario. Like we are leaving that range. Like we want the range to move. We want price to move up and out of the range, obviously, but it comes down to workflow. And if our workflow says buy the stock as price is moving through the line, step 1. Step 2, set your stop loss at your predetermined level. Okay, and step 3 is don't look at the fucking chart. Doesn't matter. Then like it doesn't matter. Don't look at the chart. Like it didn't close below 10. Like there are no rules that says, oh, price retraced and I'm unhappy, I'm going to sell it. Like if that's a part of your of your decision making criteria, it's not even decision making criteria. You shouldn't really be in positions where you need to make decisions. It's just binary. It's just yes or no, right? So, like his rule set says, place stop at whatever level, right? If price does not, go below that level, I'm still in it, and hope it goes higher, right? And so that's what happened, and it went higher. It's the same thing what happened with me with Reddit yesterday. I bought it. I wasn't happy, but I didn't even know that Reddit retraced as hard as it did yesterday until I looked like way late in the day. I was like, oh, fuck, of course. No traction. It's just the way things are going. But then today, it's like as if yesterday didn't even happen. It's kind of like a day's lost, but whatever. All right, let's keep moving. Oh, wow. This was a nice one. I don't know why this wasn't on why it didn't come up. Didn't really give like a super ideal setup, but man, it made a really nice move. Look at that. It is just, choppy as fuck, but it makes really big moves fast, as you can tell. if somehow you had some conviction to buy it here. I mean, it closed down at this peak and then it gaps up. You'd have to be watching this one real close. And it's up, man, it's up 57% in just a couple of days. Like, that's a move. That's a move. OSCR. I felt like somebody was talking about this the other day. Maybe Zen was talking about it. Someone somewhere was talking about it. I mean, it has history of making pretty decent moves. This has just been fucking utter nonsense, though. I like seeing, I mean, this huge volume is great volume. Like, but it's still within this range. Like, you might, like, you're going to get a move probably testing somewhere up here with 23.5 or something. But, like, I want to see it make a big move up, hold, flag, really develop. This is like leg number one. I don't really want to buy leg number one. I'm cool on that. I'm cool. I'm not gonna be like, this isn't on my watch list. It didn't make like, it made a big move up, but it's just sloppy, choppy. I'm not really interested in it. Now, if it can make a big move up, pull back, flag, something like that, and push, cool. Okay, no. AAOI, I haven't seen you for a while. AAOI. What is this thing? Scholar Rock? SRRK. What is SRRK? Zen, what does this company do? Somebody knows. Bio. Coin, we already talked about. Oh, wow. Okay. So $55 million average dollar volume over 20 days. Okay, history of making big, clean, linear moves. This is fucking a monster, but it was out of like, okay, this is like similar to like Coinbase. Ha. Funny. Okay. So you could have bought it here. Okay. Well, if you were on it down here, man, that is a hell of a move. 200%. Pretty clean too. I mean, these days are just fucking awesome. While I put in this real tight candle, like, I would have not caught it here. I may have caught it here, but then that would have sucked. But this move, just in these 3 days, 100% and 4 candles, awesome. Nice stick today. Nice stick. Tight. Yeah, did anybody catch this? Oh, it was a little. Oh yeah. Yep, wicked off the 20, previous low of day, came back through. That's why the washout long, something to really keep an eye on, because oftentimes you will just get, it tried to breach here right on that first 5-minute candle. If you have in your rules that you have to play 5-minute orb, it wouldn't have triggered, because it would have needed taken out this high. But if you were looking for a washout long, it undercut the 10, found support on the 20 nearly, and then it recuts the 10-5. Like, you were good. Like, that would have been a sick average. So, like, it was basically how I bought hymns yesterday. But I mean, bro, you're up 14% in an hour or so. And then nice consolidation, continuation. Yeah, this looks really good. So if you're in this, you have a great history of it trailing the 10 well. And then once it starts getting all crazy, super crazy, you gotta establish some rules for yourself for selling in a very extended formation. But yeah, it looks good. Go. So like, I could really skip all these because just based on the percent change, like, they're not tight. So like, if the mark percent change is greater than the APTR, it's not tight. So the APTR is 15, the mark percent change is 130. It's literally like 8 times the average percent true range. So it's like, I'm just looking at them just because. If you watch like Q do his scans, he would just jump down to the one, like, once they start getting like within range. But I'm just gonna go through them anyways because I'm here. SYM chaos, but it did break out. That was a really nice intraday trend. fucking chaos. XQO. Wow, this one's popped up a fair amount recently. That was like easy. Yeah, man, it's given some nice moves. What happened? Why did everybody get kicked out? That was weird. I wonder if somebody has permission to end the stream on accident. Into who? No, I didn't lose. No, I don't know. Dude, I love that starting elevator music. All right, this one is really nice. Really nice volume too. Pretty decent range. Like, look how tight all these moving averages are. I'm actually kind of curious about this one. I'm gonna put it on here so I can look at it later. Wait, what was it? It's XO. XO. Yeah, I mean, here's a nice clean move, clean move, clean move. Yeah, this one's nice. I don't know what it is, but wait, UPS Tizzle. UPST has a chart that is damn near identical to AFRM. I just noticed. Yep, very, very, very similar. Almost identical. Look at that. Isn't that funny? Uncanny. Big move up, bull, peak, sell off, bounce off the 200, undercut, move, move, move. Same formation. So if you were okay with buying, AFRM's leading, obviously, due to its proximity to the 200, but we just breached 200. I actually own AFRM on one of the accounts, but I bought it down here, I think. ASTS, man, I don't know what to think of this, but it triumphant. I mean, this range has just been one for the ages. Like, you think it's gonna break out? Nope. Thing's gonna break out. Nope. Thing's gonna break out. Nope. Get a move. Nope. And then finally, but look how tight the moving averages got. It'd be cool to create an indicator that gives you a number, like a proximity number for all moving averages. And so like they're all within X percent or X APTR of one another. Then like it gets like this like ultimate tight factor. That'd be kind of cool because the biggest moves come from setups where all the moving averages are super duper tight, because then when they break out, you just get this real awesome like linearity in the hierarchy of the moving averages. So if we go all the way down here, maybe bad example. Nope, not super tight here. Oh, this was an EP. Anyways, trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro. Go back and look at it. You'll see. But yeah, super duper tight. Rally, okay. Galaxy gas. I thought I saw this thing moving in afters, kind of. But I said don't talk about Galaxy gas. Speculator, if I get you on the mic, will you not talk with the voice changer? I'm more than happy to get you on here and talk to you, bro. But like, if you're gonna use a voice changer, I'm not about that. RBNE gonna 10x if Iran catalyst plays out. Okay, that's like one of the INDO who says, oh, A-Lab looks great. Fuck. A-Lab's buyable. Oh man, it's still buyable tomorrow. It's not too, it's okay, so today's range. All right, let's look at today's range. Today's range, 8%. So that's about one and a third APTR. But it's still within the range. Like 100 is my line. I can buy this. Watch me, bruh. Now the moves aren't great. They're huge. They're great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the percent change is fucking awesome. It's just they're sloppy. So like, I'm not gonna take size or anything. Just be a routine position. But you're just about to get the MACD cross. Looks good. Looks good. I'm putting this on Actionable. A lab. A lab. A wrong. Spec, you want to hop on the chat, bro? Is your voice changer not working? eToro. Okay, this is one that I randomly stumbled upon. I mean, obviously the chart looks like absolute shit, but looking at what was it, the Circle stock, stable coin, whatever. I'm sure we'll stumble across it. I was like, man, this move's insane. Who else is going to do it? For some reason, eToro came up. Recent IPO, going sideways. I don't want to talk about anything actually. I rescind my invitation, especially later. But I'm happy to talk to you. We can talk about anything. Talk about the weather. Talk about anything. Preferably charts that I'm going through. But okay, so eToro. I don't know. It's not a stock that we would trade, but I am interested in it. CRDO, I already covered this one. MP, it's had a move recently. Oh wow, I had a actionable line here. Oh wow, look at that. Yep. Kind of like a short you can big move up, pull back, tight day. Sure you can 50%, man, fucking hell of a move. But sloppy choppy. This is the best move it's ever made. It needs sideways. Look at all this volume though. People love it. I love it. It needs time. This is actually one that's it needs too much time. It's not gonna go on anywhere sideways. INDO, what are you up to? INDO is just building this big old range. Yep, building a big old range. Not really interesting. Solar got slapped. Okay, we need to speed this up. All right, covered hymns, run your solar. Reddit, own you. RKLB, covered you. Boil, might have talk about you. Hood, keep doing your thing. This is a great move. I just don't know where did you actually get long. It's choppy. I don't like it. BG. Okay. This is linear. Clean. I like this. Tight. Retested the gap high, which is the high volume high. Real clean expansion candle. Trending very well, up 58%. Venture Global. What are you about? You're interesting. This is a great move though. Right. Scum of the earth. SMCI. I heard people hooting and hollering about this ultra turd today. People love this stock. Fucking love it. I loved it too. You know where I loved it? I'll tell you where I loved it. I loved it here. See this big, beautiful base? Oh, this is a great one. Look at all these moving averages. Look how close they are. They're packed together like sardines. Look at this. Look at this clean, super clean move through all-time highs on just insane volume. Look at that. Wow, beautiful. And we like it now here? I guess. I don't know. Maybe you can draw like a line like this. Maybe that one works. Oh shit, it's almost about to break out. Not for me, bro. CLS. CLS, wow. Wowzers. So there's so many charts that look like this. The strongest ones have already pushed through all-time highs, like Hood and Palantir. But then you have like the runner-up class, CLS, CRDO. They're all kind of running into left side peak, but they all did the same thing, right? They all sold off, bounced, Trump tariff news, reclaimed, decent earnings, guidance, pushing higher. They're really hard to buy up here though. I would need it to like kind of flag above all-time highs because this move is just outrageous. 140%. Like, I gotta look at that again. I gotta look at it again because this thing is just not slowing down. But I know Hood though. I have extra conviction in it because I know that it's a founder ran company. The founder's young, sharp, super driven. The pipeline is wide. You know, this company can be pivoted in so many different ways to generate revenue. Yeah, I want to hold it. I want to hold it, you know, forever as long as I can. All right. TSLL talked about you. Seekbird talked about you. Oh, I'm going lower. ACHR, you're a chaos stock. I fucking hate you. I love you and I hate you. Because down here, Like, you've had moments of greatness, but man, ever since, here was all right. This was good, which I caught. Um, but man, it just rejected and acted like just acting like a bitch. I don't even know what this is. I see people talk about it. I see the real weird traders, like the MSTR hodlers or whatever they call themselves, obsessed with this chart. Light. GH. Okay. GH. Okay. So what's your history looking like? Tell me about yourself. What's your ASL? Okay. So you just look like shit, basically. You're a tramp. Your history is sloppy. Got a decent range going. There's nothing to do here. I don't know. Not for me, at least. NVTS talked about you. Tesla talked about you. GME. That was short lived. Oh my God. NVDL. Look at that. Look at you. Let's look at your daddy, Nvidia. Hell of a move from the depths. Very hard to trade though. It's building this flag. I mean, it's basically just mirroring the index. I think last earnings gave Nvidia kind of the pathway for considerably higher. But I don't know. It's just super sloppy. Like down here, like this is what we want. Okay. Look at this nice, beautiful, long year, almost half a year range, right? And then look at this breakout and look at this trend. Like it's so nice. So nice. Okay. It's just been chaos ever since. Like this is chaotic. In fact, my eye sees a giant head and shoulders. To be frank, let's look at the monthly. It'll probably be very brown. No, you know, it's not that pronounced. Nah, it's fine. I'm just not gonna trade it. Maybe if I would have caught it down here, this would have been more of a investing conviction trade. Like in my gut, I know Nvidia is going higher. Like I don't really need a super like clean technical setup. Nvidia, ANF. God, fad stock. This is what happens. This is the this is what happens to fad stocks. What a move! Oh my goodness gracious. Yep, fad stock. Futu. So Futu has a history of making really big clean moves. Like that's insane. But doesn't do it too often. But when it does it, it does it. So it did it here once, like boing, 375% in a month. Yeah, they're all from like the depths though. Bottom pin reversal. You know, maybe actually I need to study these. Like now that I've been talking about it with you guys, like starting with coin, um, you know, when stocks are like beaten down and downtrending, they really need some sort of catalyst like earnings or some event to bring them back to life. Like this gap down bottom pin, it just basically said we're not going any lower. And then like it's funny, like from the lowest lows, damn near, like right here, lowest lows. Like look at all this volume. Like somebody stepped in. Somebody stepped in and said, "I'm gonna hold this thing up." Futu's going much higher in the coming months, years. And then somebody did it again here. It's like somebody knows. You know, I really need to study these bottom formations. I mean, essentially they're UNRs. So like if we look at it upside down, let's look at it upside down. So like, okay, we all know what a DTSS is. It's when price breaches left side peak and then fails. So it's kind of the same thing where like it breaches and then it fails. Like here it breached, failed. Okay. So it does make really good moves, but they've all come from like the depths. I'm gonna add that to my actual task list real quick. I'm gonna allocate some of my daily time to studying those. So study. I'm just gonna call them the depths because that resonates with me. The depths. Because I mean that's like really where the biggest moves come from. And it's really funny. They happen below the 200. So the biggest moves are starting from below the 200. Makes you think. Makes you wonder. Okay. QBTS. QBTS is still very much in play. It's actually a UNR now. So here's the high volume close. Tight day. Big move up. Sloppy choppy. Pullback. Undercut. Found support on the rising 30-ish. Okay, it's putting in a tight day. It's pressing the left side peak. Overall quantum still in play. The moving averages are kind of wonky. So you might get like this pop and then you'll get some chop. You have to hold through range. So I think it's okay to buy it over yesterday's high-ish and through this line. I am going to put it on my needs or sideways list though. As you can see, we've gone through this really long scan and not a lot of names are hitting my needs more sideways list that aren't already there. And I've had one actionable name hit that wasn't on my needs more sideways list. MJS I own. Warner Bros. Warner Bros. God. Ugh. It's just terrible. I don't want to bother. All right, now we're getting into the stocks that close right to that. Okay, Oklo would be my choice. I think SMR has a much better balance sheet overall. I'd have to revisit. I like Oklo better. Coreweave, here on mine needs more sideways. Okay. Baytex is probably oil and gas company, 6 APTR. So big move up, more than 30%. Yep, 30%. Pullback, tight. I don't know what you do. You're under the 200. It has. Do you have history of making big moves cleanly? Not bad. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. His volume's great. Really picking up. I don't know what this thing does. I'm gonna put it on. It's probably oil and gas. I probably just don't give a fuck about it, but I'm gonna put it on my list. Take a look at it later. So Wolf, I have this buy line here. So that's left side peak. What is this from? This is okay. MACD weekly cross. Yeah, so we have our weekly cross. Still below 200. I don't know. It's just shit. Needs a lot of time. Dave. Okay, Dave. First test of one of the mid-range moving averages after EP. MACD is all jacked up. Lots of momentum to downside. Huge wick though. Off of 88.50. Reclaim 30. I mean, I don't know. It's probably just gonna go sideways a lot. Yeah, it's just gonna go sideways a lot. It needs to build a big range. So silver is holding up. It needs more sideways. I need to put this one back on my. I need to put slash inside all. A lot of these depths have VCPs. Okay, so an overreaction to the downside of earnings. They got immediately bought up. Makes you think. Cool. Excellent observation. So I qubit. APLD. All right, these are way too wide. All right, I'm closing this book. Oh, curious to see what's on Savage Volume, and I also wanted to look at the slow scan. All right, so this is 8 APTR plus this thing. Okay. sure people are tempted. Wonder how many people have tempted. It's a temptation. Wonder how many people have this on their actionable list. Man, this thing is a soul snatcher. This thing will snatch your soul and your wallet. I don't know why people love it. People love it. People love the abuse. Trading TEM is the equivalent of being a cutter. Like legit. It's equivalent to being a cutter. Yeah. Think about it. Okay. 8 ADR scan. All right, let's look at Savage volume. Man, UEC. Fucking people love this one too. I just don't get it. People love abuse. They're like, beat me. People love to just get beat. TEM is starting to shape up though. I said I would take it like over one of these peaks. Oh God, look at me. I'm falling into the trap. I'm falling into the trap. SRM, Serum. What do they do? What does this company do? That's interesting. Serum. Curious. Does anybody know off the top of their head? I'm gonna Google it. Serum. Serum. What does the company SRM? Serum. US-based company specializing in the design, development, and distribution of licensed children's toys. Highly suspect. Yeah, watch. They're going to collab with Abercrombie. Petocrombie. Their products are sold across major theme parks. And is this like a real company? This company literally makes like keychains and shit. They make keychains and magnets. That's crazy, bro. I never thought about that. Like, there's a big company out there that makes like keychains and magnets and coasters and coffee mugs, t-shirts. That's wild. Park. Of course, they're headquartered in Florida. So, like, I didn't even know a company like this existed. Why are they like yanking? It's got to be some deal with like, you know, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen in Iran. Like, they're gonna wipe Iran clean. They're gonna secure the Middle East. And I'm telling you right now, mark your calendars. 10 years from this day, there's gonna be a Disney Tehran. There's gonna be a Disney in Tehran. Trump's gonna build his Trump Towers and resorts in Gaza. It's a sick, sick future. I'm telling you. Mark my words. Okay, wait. Anyways, no, hold on. This looks good though. I'm curious about the news. Why are they up so much? Eric Trump. Okay. Does anybody know why they're up? Does anybody know anything about this? Phone a friend. Lifeline. First crypto. Oh my fucking god! I hate ChatGPT. ChatGPT said they make the coffee cups for Disney, and it turns out to be a crypto company. Oh my god! Yo, AI is not taking over. Not anytime soon. That is just insane. Okay, crypto treasury stocks. Yeah, they're still doing good. That's really interesting. And this is clean. I mean, this is a short, damn near. Curious how the 5 looks. It is up so much though. My goodness. Damn. I don't know. This is like a if you're brave sort of stock. I don't even know. Where does it go from here? Where does it go? I'm going to stick it on my needs more sideways list, and I'm gonna think about it. Because like Friday pre-market, I'll go through the needs more sideways list, and I'll see what like is looking most actionable. I'm just gonna stick it there as a placeholder. Okay, we are getting close. I got one more to go through the slow scan, and then we're good. Okay, we're here. We're here, Spec. You there? Is this the one you're talking about? RBNE? This is one of the end of the world stocks. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. This is just absolutely absurd. So the right chart is a 12-hour chart. That's a 60% range candle. This one is a 500% range candle. This one down is a 50% candle. I mean, my goodness, you can't even hold this thing for more than a single 12-hour candle. Look at the 30 minute. All right, let me get my magnifying glass out. Let's see here. All right, here's the 30. Jesus Christ. I mean, okay, all right, like, look, let's give spec the benefit of the doubt here. Let's think about it from some, I guess, nice perspective. So, okay, it is consolidating on the 5-day. It has not closed below it. I don't even know if you can use, like, it's making higher low. Okay, so big move. All right, first principles. Here we go. Big move up. Yes. All right, check. Pullback. Check. Undercut. Check. Reclaim. Surf. Check. Get tight. Check. Oh, it literally meets all the criteria. It meets all the criteria, and it's got a tight day. I wouldn't want to front run it, but I don't know. If you're into end of the world stocks, this one is might be your cup of tea. Let's see what Indo I mean Indo too though. Indonesia, this one too. I mean it's tight day. It's a little bit more forgiving than the RBNE. And then USA. I accidentally halted this thing the other day. USA is they're all doing the same thing. They're all doing the same thing. They're all holding up. They all put in tight days. Okay, so like which one do you trade? Which one do you trade? RBNE is cool because it has no history. And it's pretty tight in here. You have like this bottom range. It's kind of holding like this bottom line. Like you have a very, I don't know. I mean, like you could just buy over 10 roughly or over yesterday's high. I mean, that's really not that far away. So that would be, yeah, that'd be about 10. But the thing is, like, you could wake up and it's already like gapped up to like here. I don't even know what you do. Let's see if we can use our imagination on some other time frame. Man, these things are just so unforgiving. They make insane moves though. And like arguably, if something's really gonna pop off, the craziest move hasn't happened yet, I don't think. Like, it might come up to here. But like, I don't know. I don't know what's crazier would have to happen. Like things would have to really, really, really escalate. But that would be my line, probably. Yeah, that would be it. I mean, who knows how high it can really go? And these things are not operating to, like normal rules. Like they're headline driven, 100%. And then obviously they're tied to oil and gas. So what's cool though is tomorrow I believe the futures market is open all day tomorrow. And like this looks pretty decent. Like this looks pretty decent here. Like we could go. We could go. And it's breaking out of like this giant ass range. It's a really big range, and it's actually, I mean, I don't even know how you draw a line. Kind of can't. So really, the line is this dynamic line that is the 200. So if it blasts through the 200, then the game's on. Like oil's going higher, and it may. I mean, it's UNR. We know these UNRs work. It may. It's just going to need some like catastrophic sort of event, I think, to push it. Yeah, the biggest moves start below the 200. Prove me wrong. All right, let's get back to the list. RBNE. Yeah, I don't know. It's big. I mean, it meets all the criteria. It's super dangerous. It's kind of like, count your blessings sort of thing. Don't look a gifted horse in the mouth. Big move, take it off. I don't know. I traded INDO in 2022. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. All right. This is a savage volume scan. Okay. Basically all the same charts. Elf man. I was just early. I was just a little early on it. Shame. All right, we got one more to skim through. It's gonna be the slower stocks. I'm gonna filter this one by APTR from lowest to highest, so I don't go through all the same stocks again. So it's this one. Let it load. Okay. All right. Lowest to highest. Let's look at some of the slow names. Man, this thing's made a run. Crowd I own. Talk about chaos. Dell looks decent. Should have bought it 2 days ago. Shack. Shack looks good. Big linear move. It's just a huge move though. I mean, it's like just the largest range. Like it's never really like it makes these giant moves and then just retraces the entire move. Like what is so what's so like your business is that fucked up where like in the matter of like a year you make like a couple 100% move and then you literally retrace the entire thing not once but twice, three, four, like 5 times. Like it's just absurd. Like this reminds me of Tem. Like it's just absurd. Like go up and stay up. Lulu, another fad stock. See, this is the way of the fad stock. This is where they all end up. Lulu. Wow. Yoga pants. Revolutionary. We're gonna start a company that we sell pants. And we're gonna go to 500. I don't even know what they were valued at. We're gonna go to $500 a share. Sell fucking pants. Sell tight pants, stretchy pants. Like, come on. Obviously. Like Peloton, Lulu. Look at Nike. If Nike is doing it, like this is the fate of all fad stocks. Like anybody can make a t-shirt. I don't care who you are. Okay. Lulu DraftKings, where you been at? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you. Nice. Okay. Net is another one of these. It's a little bit further in the chart progression, but man, these things are just long in the tooth. Oh my god. I don't even know what you do up here. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. It's like either the best charts are just wildly extended, or like the chart is just like shit. Like complete shit. Like there's no real in between. Yeah, they just go like here's a fad stock. I think it is. Yeah, Estee Lauder. Fad stock. Look at that. Just nothing but shit. And it's finally gonna bottom. You know what it reminds me of? Reminds me of this stock. One of the other great fad stocks. BSCO. Okay, where it doesn't do shit forever and then it pops, has this big run. But guess what? It's right back to where it was. Shitville. So if you see fad stocks up like ridiculous amounts, figure out a way to like short them. Because it's just a matter of time. They're going to go down. Ooh, that was an ugly candle. That's a DTSS fuck you candle. That is an ugly candle on huge volume. CCJ, wow. The best move it's ever made. From the gallows, from the depths. Man, these moves, dude. Ugh. I am 100% going to be. I mean, this is like, it's basically the setup that I missed market wide. I mean, I caught a couple. Once, I got slapped in the face 10 times for missing them, like Hood, for example, but like, Palantir, I should be in from the undercut rally, CEG, VST. I mean, there's so many that have identical chart shapes that I should be in. And it's literally the difference between doubling my account. I could have doubled my account if I just understood this setup. And so I am going to learn it. And it doesn't happen often. I mean, it happens after like severe, like a lot. You need a really big move up, like over the course of like years, and then you need this sharp sell off. So like, the formation of this event is doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, you got to be ready. And I've really trained myself with seeing these bear divergence or these bull divergences in the MACD, so that helps. I kind of have that leg up, but really the price action, the technical right here was the tell was on the weekly, where you breached the left side peak or the left side low, and then you reclaim the left side low. I mean, you just have such low risk. It's the exact same deal as like a washout long. It's the same idea, just on a higher time frame. And dude, you get like this insane risk to reward, and price moves away from your average so quickly. It's just now I got to sit here like a schlep watching these things just literally go to the moon. There's nothing I can do about it. Like, I guess I could have. This would have been a spot. Could have bought this continuation, but then like I buy the continuation, it's up 14%. Then I got to sit in 2 weeks of sideways and this, and that, and then, like, nah. Like, I'm down to sit and deal with all that if I got like a stupid good average where I think price can go 100 200% from these lows. Like, I'm cool with that. But when I'm halfway, more than halfway up in the move, I'm not as cool with that. Like, if I'm getting close to pressing these left side peaks, I'm not all about it. But this thing does not give a fuck. It's just gone straight up. She is gone. Look at them. They all did this. This one's sloppy, but it's basically if the stock did not have that formation, right here, BST, same thing. Here, left side low, breach, fails to go lower, reclaims, tests, she gone. Like, if the stock overall did not have that story, tariff sell off, low, pop, new low, reclaim, off to new highs, like it's not even in play. It's not even like relevant. Like, all the next setups will come from those stocks. Like, all the best next setups will come from those stocks. They'll retrace, flag, they'll be the ones to set up. Look, this one's done it too, just in a slightly different fashion. This one actually isn't terrible. Choppy, relatively slow. Oh my god, it's just so fucking choppy. MSTR recovered. Look at this volume. Whoa, just chaos. That's crazy though. I mean, that's a bottom pin reversal. Be interesting to track this one. Like, it does not want to go lower yet. RBK, I mean, they all did this. There's all this, left side low, undercut, rally. Just, and the biggest moves, like don't at me, like biggest moves, like started below the 200. Like, every single one of these, every goddamn one of them started below the 200. That one, this one, VRT. Don't even want to talk about you. CLH is doing its thing. It's grinding. It's, I don't know. Is it just going to start some new super cycle? It's a fad stock. I mean, this CELH like is a fad stock. Like, if you create a product that's easily replicatable, and like, like you're leaning on like a distribution network, or I don't know what it is. Like, really, at the end of the day, I don't know. I mean, but then it kind of like makes you think, like, why is Coke still so relevant? You know, uh, started below the 200. Core. Okay. Just so shit. Just such shit. Wow. Okay. This is sick. This is what I'm talking about. Huge move up. Really nice base. That's what's up. What is this thing doing? Why is it doing it? Bio. Yep. Go figure. Um, Sophie bought you today. Finally, please be the shtick. Yeah. Yep. Every one of them. All below the 200. The biggest moves happen below the 200. It's wild. It's really wild. Like below the 200. Like this is literally low. All right. Looks like we're getting to the end here. Does anybody have any questions? Anything you want me to touch on? Happy to do it. I don't know. Like all in all, look how many names got added to my focus list. Not that weren't already on my needs more sideways list. One. One. So that tells me that if my breadth indicator is the length and quality of my watch list, it's not great. It's short and like there's nothing that like screams at me. Like A-Lab isn't even perfect. Tight dang. Yeah, A-Lab isn't even perfect. So I don't I don't know. Do you post your watch list anywhere? You must be new here. Yeah. I post them in like two places every day. I usually post them on the trading floor and I'll stick them in the watch list. If I don't have a watch list, like meaning like a good one, I won't post it. Uh, eBay IPO to Coreweave move. Check it out. I mean, eBay has it. Like, if you notice, like eBay hasn't even popped up on any of my scans. Or do you got to catch them in here? No, no, no. My watch list you'll find in like we have a watch list channel, and I post them here. But I also just like stick them in the trading floor. Believe me, if my watch list is like great, you'll hear about it. I'll be hooting and hollering about all those setups. Thoughts on cores? I mean, did cores appear on any of my scans? I don't think we saw it once, right? I don't think we saw it anywhere. Let's see. Let me make sure it's cores. So, like, the fact that it didn't come up on any scan probably tells me that I'm not going to like it. Let's look at it. Weird. Why didn't it come up? It actually looks fine. What the fuck? Why did it? Okay, now I got to figure something out. Why did it not come up? Hmm. Why? Why? Oh, oh, that's why. I have a $200 million cutoff here. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, because it's probably trading at like slightly below 5 ADR. I'm guessing. Yeah, it just kind of got. It's a fringe chart, but I should capture this. I mean, it's a good move. I mean, you're right. Okay, so 5 APTR, 20-day average 120. Did it? Is it on this scan? Of course. No, it's not. So that is actually, thank you. That's actually a bug that needs to get worked out because it should be on my scan. Yeah. I think it looks good, bro. That looks good. Uh, big move up, pull back, it's tight. That looks good. I mean, it's kind of actionable, really. You have this like left side peak here. That's hilarious. Well, well, well. Who said that? Uh, I mean, hey, Impact. You should probably like search around a little bit. The very first video I did on YouTube is titled 30 EMA Magic. So I'd suggest you go watch that. This is interesting to me. I hate this stock though. But I mean, it did make a really great move here, but everything else has been trash. This is nice though. This is real nice. I'm gonna stick it on my needs more ciders list. Thanks, bro. And then also, like one, you gave me a chart that looks pretty good, and two, you have identified an issue I need to fix. Jobby, I mean, I think I passed this one twice. I mean, it's just chaotic. It's just pure chaos. I mean, it has a history of making really nice moves, but this is just, I don't even know how do you even stomach this? How do you even sit in this shit? I don't know. Like, we don't need to talk about individual tickers. Uh, does anybody have any like fundamental questions or you know system questions, idea questions? I mean, the chart shape's very easy. It's big move up. Like, is it, the chart shape workflow is very easy. Does it have a history of making big linear moves fast? Yes or no? And then has it recently had a big move up? Has it pulled back? A big linear move up, pull back, undercut, reclaim, surf, get tight in like a clean fashion? Okay, like that's all you need to know. Like if the answer to all those questions is yes, then it's actionable. If the answer is no, then it's not. Right? Like so you don't need to ask me about like is this ticker good or bad? Uh like it's very simple. Like there's like 6 checkboxes. But the workflow to get there, maybe you need more explaining or something. But cool. I'll give it just I'll give it 10 more seconds. There's a good question I'll answer. If not, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's actually been a long one, man. This one's super long. Damn, 2 hours. Cool. I've been struggling with taking plays, going through left side peak without going sideways, then pulling back in. For example, how would you play FLR over 52? Okay, let's take a look. Skis. FLR. So you said 52. Okay, so okay. So does it have a history of making big, clean, linear moves? Answer's no. But let's assume that it did. Has it made a big move up? Yes. Has it pulled back? No. Has it undercut? No. Has it reclaimed? No. Has it surfed? No. Has it gotten tight? No. You literally have one of the check boxes. So it's not even it's not actionable at all. It's super extended. This is not a setup. You don't trade during consolidating markets. That's how. How do you not get wet in the rain? You don't go in the rain unless you have an umbrella. So a simple thing that you can do is you can establish a binary risk on metric. A real popular and simple one is are the Qs and SPY are the 10-day and 20-day. is the 10 above the 20-day, and its price above the 10-day. So like you could use like a binary risk on, risk off metric. But yeah, I mean, like you want the moving averages like sloping up, you want price trending up. Like if you don't want to get cuts from a consolidating market, don't trade in a consolidating market. If you don't want to get wet when it rains out, don't go outside when it rains. No, I don't really require like high volume. Uh, because if you were to sit there and wait for high volume, a lot of people, actually, I don't know. I personally don't require it. That's kind of like part of the theory of doing a 5-minute opening range breakout, where you're able to observe the formation of the first 5-minute candle, uh, and kind of see that volume, and then you can compare that first 5-minute candle to previous first 5-minute candles, and if the volume is like greatly elevated, that could be a symbol of like, you know, there's a lot of interest here, and if that's around like a daily level, you can bake that in. Uh, that's not typically that's not really it's not a hard thing in my it's not a hard criteria in my set. But it may be a good one to add if you're strictly trading orbs. I mean, that's a great advantage of trading orbs because it requires you to wait for that first 5 minute to close, and then you could add some criteria based on studying charts, and if this candle has say like 3x the opening range 5-minute volume of like the last 20, then the probability of it continuing higher is greater. But you would just have to do that study. I mean, that's a great thought, Jack. You should definitely back test that and figure it out. I know you said multiple times that 30 EMA Magic is the best management for SAE to grow quickly. But which setup would you recommend to pair it with? I mean, any of those. So like setups are just entry tactics. Like it doesn't matter how you do it, really. It's just you want to buy a stock at a key daily level where price is going to move away from your average quickly. And like a Shoryuken, a just wedge, whatever, like they're all just different means of doing that. Think about it like this, like it's football, and like there's all sorts of different ways to get the goal. Some plays work better in certain situations, but at the end of the day, it's all the same objective. From where we hike the ball, we want to advance into the end zone, right? And we want to move as quickly away from where we hiked the ball as possible, right? So it's such a decent analogy to use. But I mean, you could use any of them. It doesn't matter. In the beginning, though, maybe just pick one. And in my mind, I would pick the one that happens most often, or maybe the one that's most reliable. Now that's up to you to study charts and build a database and figure out which which tool you like the most. But sometimes you got to know when to use a mallet versus when to use a hammer, right? You got to know when to use a hammer drill versus just an electric screw gun, right? Like they all have their subtle nuances and they work better in certain applications, but you have to kind of understand when should I run this play. But ultimately, all the plays are designed to do the same thing. Uh, get you a very low risk entry near your stop and have price move away from it quickly. Didn't see W in your charts either. Matt, are you the one who called out cores? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, not grill you. See W. W is probably falling into the same kind of category as cores. I'm noticing it's like 5.5 ATTR. It's okay. I mean, it's just so choppy. Like, does it have a history of making like big moves up linear? Like, it actually does. I don't know. It's just fad. Like, it's not tech. I mean, they make furniture. Fuck, I think they stuff children in furniture and ship them all over the world, don't they? Uh, but yeah, the scan probably should pick that up. when there's a big volume spike and price shoots up in the first 5 minutes, you usually wait for the 5 minute orb and some consolidation before entering. Like me, there is no like usually waiting. It's like binary, right? I buy stock when it goes through my line. I don't really wait for a 5 minute orb. I buy the stock when it goes through the line. That's what I do. Like it may be better to wait for the 5 minute orb. I haven't tested it enough, but I just buy it when it goes through my line. Like I draw those green lines on my chart, like A-Lab. This is actionable. So through 100, which I hope it's not already going through it. It's right there. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I don't need it. I don't need anything. It'd be 1 second. I'm buying it. Manage my entry on Qubit. Managed my entry. There really wasn't much management. It was kind of a Shori Yukin sort of setup, where it made a big move up. It pulled back. It found support. Put in a tight day on the 5. I just bought it as it came back over the high volume high, and then the like moving average bounce high. That's all I did. And so here's my line. And as price went through it, I bought it. I probably bought it on this first candle. I don't remember exactly. Let's see. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I want to say I bought it. I probably bought it here. And then I set my stop low day, or maybe at the 200 here. And then she was gone. That's it. End of story. One-minute charts will give you tighter risk, but you increase the frequency of getting chopped out. Like I don't know why people want to use 1 minute. I don't get it. I do not have rules around spread. Actually, I love bigger spreads because the stocks with the huge spreads are the ones who make the biggest moves. All right, these are actually some pretty good questions, guys. I mean, I'll keep answering them if you got them, but if the question feed starts drying up, I'll call it. Should I just cut out biotech from my scans? I mean, do you? You're just adding more more variance. It's just a lot more risk. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Zen's right. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have more gap down risk, but if you're sizing right, like 10% position size really covers a lot of that variance. I just personally, I don't like, I don't know anything about them. It's hard to like, I don't know. I'm just not interested in them. Buy breakout. Call Maggie says sell 1/3. Buy stock on Mondays, Tuesday 1. I mean, like, it doesn't have to be that crazy. Like I would consider the day that you bought it on day 1, right? Because if the day that you bought it on is not day 1, what day is it? Day 0? Well, day 0 doesn't exist. Now you could, if you really want to get crazy with it, you could say, oh, I bought it at 9:35. Therefore, from 9:35 Monday to 9:35 Tuesday, that's all day 1, right? Like you could go that way, but I would just probably consider it like your intraday session is your day 1. How do you gauge market breadth? The length and quality of my watch list. What is something you've changed early in your trading career that helped you be able to grow? Something I changed. Uh, uh, Nothing really. It's just experience. The quality of questions is dwindling. I will give it 10 seconds. I haven't been to Italy. All right, we're gonna end it. Hey, thanks, guys. Have a great night.